What's going on, y'all? Welcome to episode 22 of Circle Vibes and Sports. I'm your host, 22. I forget now, 22.
You sure?
I'm Mello. I'm here with my guys, man, my usual guys, and we have a returning guest. I'm here with my boy JP, Starboy, DG, and welcome back, Mr. Dundadun. Fellas, how are we doing today on this marvelous Sunday evening?
Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good.
Mhm.
So to
Uh,
start, we got a couple questions for you guys. And out of all these questions, I kind of want to start with this one. And this question was brought to us by ours truly, Mello himself. And it is post nut clarity real? And I'll let you take it away, Mello. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like post
for,
nut
for,
clarity?
for me, man, I'm not gonna lie
Be
to you,
careful.
dog. He said, "Be careful." Hey, man, I'm gonna keep it 1K, dog. I'll be like, yeah, dog. That shit real, bro. I feel like especially once when you bust that nut and reality starts kicking in, it's just like, what the fuck was I thinking in the first place? And it's like damn, why did I do that? You feel me? It's like it just for me, it's just like, why did I do that in the first place? And you're asking yourself like, how did I myself in how did I get myself in this situation in the first place, and how can I fix it? And I don't know, man. Personal clarity kind of gives you that actual reality of like, damn, nigga, you were not supposed to do that in the first place, but shit, because you have to do something just to get to that point, you fucked up.
Okay, okay. And
Mm.
done. How you feel about that? Do you think post nut clarity is a real thing?
Nigga, that shit real. Stop playing, bro. What we talking about, bro? Like, what is we talking about? Like, to go from what he said. Listen, bro. That moment when you decide you want to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
you be like, all right, hold on. All right, there's only two reasons why you need post nut clarity: either to get into something or to get out of something. All right. So listen, if you hit that, that meat beat session before you trying to go do what you got to do, and you still want to do it, hey nigga, follow your heart. Fuck it.
Follow
That's
your
a
heart.
that's a test of strength right there. You be like, you know what? Damn, I still want to fuck. All right, I guess I go fuck then. Yeah. It is what it is. Because by the time you get there, it'll be 30-minute drive. Then you gotta bullshit her for another 30 minutes, and then by that time you ready to re up. You cool. You didn't kill two
Okay.
birds with one stone.
So you feel like by the second time you locked and loaded.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is though, that first one lets you know if you even
You
want
want
to
to
make
still.
that drive. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
okay. And do you feel like it depends on how long the drive may be, or do you feel like this is one of those things where like it don't matter how long the drive is as long as I get off what I need to get off.
See, here's the beautiful thing about post nut clarity. It don't need to be about no bitch. All right. It could be about anything. All right. You could have it over a decision. Like whether you wanted to go to Harvard or Yale. Shit, nigga. If you know what you was leaning towards, you hit that nut, then you be like, damn, yeah, don't got no, they don't got this and that. Harvard, you start thinking more clearly. That's why clarity is in the name, dog. Like you get
Okay,
a little, yeah, it changes your
okay.
perspective.
So Starboy, do you feel like post nut clarity is a real thing? And if so, have you made major decisions after reaching your clarity?
It's a real thing. I just feel like for me, it's kind of different because I don't do the whole masturbating thing. Just not, don't really like that. You feel what I'm saying? I rather let a girl do it, for me. But like, it's just like, it's a real thing. I mean, have I made major decisions after it? Yeah, it's like pretty much like Dun said. It's either you get trying to get in something or you trying to get out of something. Like that, for example, like if you sleep with a girl and you sleep with her raw, you already know what's gonna happen if you're not in her. You're gonna kind of make her crazy, especially if it's good. You get what I'm saying? And then you have other situations where you do it and you be like, dang, like it's good, but you like, dang, like, all right, what it should be? Should I cuff her or should she just be a friend? You get what I'm saying? So
Okay.
depends how some people are different. You feel what I'm saying? Like for me,
Do
go
you feel
ahead.
like after the clarity, your decision is made based off of whether you want to keep the individual or not?
My decision is made before, but the after the clarity just gives me like a stronger decision.
Okay.
I already know beforehand.
Okay. DG, do you think post nut clarity is a real thing? And if so, why?
Based off experience, yes, it is a real thing.
Okay.
I think it's a real thing just because of how we are wired as males and how God created us. You know, and females, some of them, they want rounds. Some they're good after just one time. So that post nut clarity, it just depends on that relationship that you have with that female as well. If you have like a stronger connection, I think you can get past that post nut clarity because you got that a bond with that female. So even after that first time, you can keep on going because you're actually attracted to her. But let's say you're hitting a female that you don't really know too much about and she doesn't look all that too great, that post nut clarity definitely gonna come in for sure after you seen what you just hit. You know what I meant? What was I doing? So you really gotta avoid that. But I do think it's a real thing. So you really gotta try to find that person, not just based off of physical attraction, somebody that could get you simulated in the mind, the body, soul. So yeah.
Okay. And to answer that question, I think post nut clarity is definitely real. I think post nut actually can help you make big executive decisions because a lot of fighters going into fights, they have this myth where they don't have sex for a long period of time, you know what I'm saying, until after their fight because they still want all that built up testosterone. But some of the greatest fighters will tell you that post nut clarity has helped them through a plethora of things. So all in favor for it works.
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
So to transition, how would you react if a woman proposed to you? And this one, I'm gonna start with let's see, I'm gonna start with you, Starboy. How
So
would
how
you
do you want
react if a woman drops down on her knee and says, "You know what, Starboy, I've been feeling you for a long time. The energy right. You know, I want to make you mine, and no sooner, no later. Right now, will you? You know what I'm saying, be my whatever they want to call you."
to me, I can't accept that. You feel what I'm saying? Dang, you ain't even gonna let me answer it. Listen, hold on, time out. Right? Don't do that. Don't do that, Mello. For me, it's like, okay, you're saying and she just get down, drop down one knee, right? I have to first of all, we have to have a connection for a while, right?
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two is just how I was raised and just how I, want to do it. I'd rather be the one to get on one knee. You feel what I'm saying? I really don't like a woman to get on one knee. You feel what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. Not saying women can't do it for men, but just not for me. Like, if a girl got down on one knee right now, I'm saying no.
Just straight like that. Straight she
like
poured her heart and soul. Like, let's say y'all been rocking for years, and then she poured her heart and soul out to you, right there, wherever y'all at. Let's say y'all out in public.
Okay.
Everybody around.
I'm gonna tell her get up.
You're embarrassing yourself.
No, bro, because I'm embarrassing myself, bro. I didn't say I was gonna yell at her like get up, bro. No, I would just kneel down and be like, no, get up. You know what I'm saying? Like get up one time. I'd rather be like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't marry her, but I will be the one that will be doing the proposing. That's just me.
Okay, so if she decided to switch it up and change the dynamic and be spicy for that day, that's you're not going for that?
No, I'm not going for that, bro.
Listen, this is what I think. No, that matter of fact, I'm gonna save mine for last. We're gonna swing to you, DG.
Okay, man. How I feel. Go ahead.
Same question. Y'all in public? She dropped down on that knee. DG, I've been rocking with you for let's say 3-4 years. The energy I'm feeling right now is so strong. Like I want you to marry me. And she get on that knee, pull out a band and everything.
Yeah, I mean, like if I'm really messing with her, I'll probably say yes. But if I still have questions about her, I'm not saying yes. You know, I don't care how you feel in front of everybody. I'm not saying yes if I don't feel comfortable. You should have chose the right time as to where there's no issues in the relationship before you getting on your knee. You know, and on top of that, if you're getting on your knee, most likely you're crazy. I'm gonna be convinced about that. If you get on your knee,
Hold on. So you said if you getting on your knee, most likely you're crazy. So let's say it's the other way around. Are you crazy for getting on your knee?
I mean, but that's the thing that's been normalized based off the male going down on one knee. So it doesn't seem as crazy. But when a female does it, like she's taking it to that extreme as to where she has to get on her knee to cuff you down, then that kind of like throws you off in regards to her. Like, man, you really want me that bad? You know, I understand. Like, I appreciate you for showing me that the value that I really want to be shown, but at the same time, it's not really something that's normal. You know, but it just depends on the female with me. If I'm really fucking with you, then yeah, I'll do it. If I'm not, then you grits. I'm sorry.
Let's say y'all been rocking for 3 years though. She trying to show you that she really for you, she really about you, you know what I'm saying?
One example, Jim Jones, his she proposed like twice. He said no both times. They still boyfriend and girlfriend. On national television, she tried 2 times. He said no. That's how you know he put it down like that. Like it's crazy. Like she won't leave no matter what.
Okay, but see, that's another thing. Like, if that person still stays after you reject them, does their value change in your mind?
Of course, you won. To be honest, like you won the match. Like you got
what match
over on her.
What match? Like you feel like love is a game, or like
I mean, you could put it in that way, you know, but sometimes you could take a game too far. Like we go tit for tat, but once a female like goes on one knee, that's when y'all both stop playing around. Oh wait, there's something that we really gotta talk about. You know,
like, hold on now, time out. Wait a minute,
time out in front of everybody. Time out.
Now, okay, we're gonna swing to you, Dun. How you feel about that, man?
First off, pride is the devil.
Man,
I can't stand niggas. Anyways, and the societal norms. Oh God, I hate the fact that most of society is just locked into how other people perceive things, and that's annoying in itself. But for me, hell yeah. Well, okay. First of all, if I'm in that space where I can say yes, like if I would have proposed and she just happened to do it first, I'm saying yeah. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like I'm saying, yeah. Now, you know, if I'm not in that space where I want to say yeah and she do it, I'm gonna say yeah in public, then be like, hey, when we get home, we gotta talk. Like I'm not. This ain't gonna work. You just help me realize that for yourself. It ain't gonna work. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell her no in public. Like I'm not doing that. That just seems like an asshole thing to do for me personally. Yeah, nigga, I'm saying I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, I get it. You know, niggas is raised how they raised and what's accepted. I get it, but me, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Oh, you felt like you was shit. Hey, you beat me to it. I don't gotta spend on the ring. Shit, hell yeah, bitch. Like
okay, so. Okay, so we got one that's taking the opposite side of the other two gentlemen. What about you, Mello?
Oh man, nigga, I would be the happiest motherfucker alive to see a female go out her way and go down on one knee and say, hey, do you? I'm gonna feel like the prize, bro. I'm gonna feel like the prize. I'm not gonna question it. You feel me? I know for a fact I found me a natural ride or die. You feel me? I'm not, you know, that's ride or die right there. You feel me? I don't gotta worry about anything else. You feel me? All I do know is I have to be on my best behavior, of course, because you know you don't want nothing to be subject to change. You feel me? But you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, it goes to show you that you know, female. There's, you know, how how females be like, oh, apply pressure. To see a female go out her way to apply pressure towards you, it really shows your worth as a man. In my opinion.
Okay, I feel like you preaching up something right now.
I'm saying, turn me to diamonds, bitch. Apply auto pressure. It's fine. It's I'm chilling.
Now, this is what I'll say. I believe societal norms are, kind of crazy, and they want you to do things the traditional way. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with the traditional way. But if my lady decides she wanted to propose to me, and I'm feeling the energy too, I'm like, damn, like, thank you so much. Like, I'm gonna feel the gratitude and love, because eventually I'm gonna return the energy, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna double down on it and propose to her again. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be enjoying the moment, man.
But Melo, let me say it like this: like most of the times, that's to where I hear a situation where a female's proposing to a dude, it doesn't end up too well. Like there's something wrong with the female, and it ends up bad every time.
But what in what case
Yeah.
do you think, DJ?
Yeah.
What case do you think that could go astray? Like, if somebody's feeling you feeling somebody, I feel like what we do in today's society is like we could like somebody, but be scared to vocalize how much we like the individual, rather than like, hey, like, okay, I like you, let's stop playing games. You like me, I like you. What's up? Like that's a man. I got another question that I'm gonna
Girls is not really doing that, so that's kind of like unrealistic. Like you talking about a situation that's unrealistic. How many
So-
girls is really approaching dudes?
Well,
You'd be surprised.
This
I'm
You'd
not
be
saying
surprised.
I'm not saying girls are not approaching dudes. Listen to what I'm saying. If you take the population of girls that don't approach and girls that do approach, the ones that don't approach is higher than the ones that approach. Not
Right.
every girl is approaching dudes.
right. That's a societal norm, though.
Exactly. So if it's a society norm, doesn't mean it's we all in our 20s. It's been happening for 20-something years, and before we were born. So if it hasn't changed then, it's not subject to change now. So yes, don't get me wrong, a girl can propose to a dude, but all I'm saying is when a girl proposes to you in public, you may feel like you're the prize, and yeah, you could feel like you're not. I'm not saying that any guy's a prize, but I'm also saying at the same time, people will record, right? Now,
Right.
if you don't care what people think, cool. But just know some dudes you're gonna get clown for that. Everything is about a viral moment nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, let me ask you this: are those dudes that's clowning you getting that same treatment you getting?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you're not, because everybody don't have their own, like everybody don't have good self-esteem, or they don't. Some people care what other people think, some people don't. Not everybody's perfect in that way where they don't care what other people think. So if you're affected by what other people think, then you saying yes is gonna affect you because you're gonna see it later on social media.
Well, how about this? Let's change the setting and say y'all were behind closed doors and she did it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
still your choice and your option whether to say yes or no. So, I mean, whether they agree or they don't, it's like they're not topping you off at night. They not giving you the energy that you need. You know what I'm saying? At night, you got to lay next to her at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just like what DG said. Like you gotta have a It's like you gotta have a conversation about marriage way before she even get down on one knee.
For
Because
sure.
that's like you propose it to someone in public. You putting them under peer pressure. You giving them an option.
But that's for both sexes, though.
No, I know that's for both. I know that's for both. But what I'm saying is that's why if you see like sometimes if people get down on one knee, a guy you get down on one knee and a girl say no, yeah, it may crush his heart. But did you talk to her about proposing first? And if you did she mention what setting she wanted it in? Because if you doing it at a public place, a restaurant, church, that's hard for people to say no, especially everybody gonna turn and look at you.
But then this is what I would do. I would personally take the done approach and say, hey, like, yeah, I'm not gonna embarrass you in front of everybody, but then we'll have that conversation when we get to the house, like, hey, like, listen, like, I'm got a safe face back there, but like this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have you looking crazy, you know what I'm saying, even though you put yourself in a position to look crazy.
But the way Dun said it, if he's the prize and a girl got down on one knee, why would you say she's the problem and you gotta go?
I didn't say that.
You were saying that you got to see, like, you see that this situation not for you.
Oh,
And that's something that you gotta talk about beforehand when you propose. Like you're not gonna propose if you propose when y'all got problems as well, then you can't really expect them to say yeah at that moment. You know.
Nah, what we talking about? What I made mention of is the situation's right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all happy? Everybody's good. You know what I'm saying? And she decides, you know, she want to break it out this moment and put the band, get on the knee, and say, "Baby, you know, I've been with you for XYZ amount of time, and this is what I want to do."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying the odds are high on this, but I don't think it's wrong. I don't see nothing wrong. I can see both sides, you know what I'm saying, doing a little something. Like for me, I'm in the middle between both of y'all. Well, all four of y'all is more so like, yes, I'll take it with a grain and I'll enjoy the moment, you know what I'm saying? I might put on a little show, my eyes a little bit like this, you know. But then later I'm gonna swing back and then, you know, I'm gonna do the second proposal due to the fact that I do like is a certain tradition that comes with that, but also I wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, if my lady wanted to, you know, do that.
Right.
Plus, on top of that, you would want to be the person to make that decision in reverse to who you spend the rest of your life with, rather than somebody just coming up to you. So
So, question though for all you guys, what would be the changing factor to say, you know what, nah, I'm not gonna let you marry me, or I say I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to the proposal.
Well, shit, for me, I would say at that point that if I'm not at that space, we go back and I say no. That no would come from, oh shit, like, okay, we was in a relationship,
Right.
We going through the motions, we figuring shit out.
Right.
You ready right now? I'm not ready right now. It's a no. That's what a no.
But let me ask you a question. Ready, not ready in what way though? Like, are we talking financially? Or are we talking like
mentally?
What way? Mentally, like what we talking? Are we talking all of the above?
I mean, you could say all of the above, but for me, I would say it's more like a mental or like emotionally kind of thing. Because like if we going through some shit, or if we always have problems every couple months or so, hey, look, just because we good in February don't mean we ain't fucking up in March. So I'm not gonna say yes just because we got waves. It's like, no, I need to the water need to be calm. Yeah, it need to be consistent. So it's like, yeah, that the no would come from like there's been no consistency. You know, so that's where it comes from.
You know what I think the problem is? A lot of us males, we just kind of go with the flow of things and we don't set our own personal standards. So that's why, you know, ladies, and don't get mad at me, Soko fam, but you know, ladies feel like, you know, getting on a knee or that's not for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like, you know, you got to, or there's no force coming from me, but if you was to take that route, why should anybody judge you? And they're judging you. Like I said earlier, they're not sleeping in the same bed as you, so they don't know the dynamic of your relationship. So that's where we're gonna leave that one off at. But you know, to transition, B Simone, and I want to start with you, Starboy, because you kind of got all the decent information on what's been going on with Shorty. Like, give us a little quick rundown, and you know, just check our temperature on that.
All right. So before I say that, Soko family on Twitch now, so you guys can check that out also. But just to touch again on this B Simone topic, it's pretty much, I don't know if y'all boys remember, there was like a couple years ago when B Simone was at the height of her career. You know, she was doing very successful on Wildin' Out, and she made a comment on a podcast saying that she wouldn't date a guy that was a 9-to-5 guy that worked a 9-to-5. I don't know if you guys remember that, right? She made that comment, and then the whole world went into like shambles of a girl. Like, would girls date like celebrities, date a guy that works a 9-to-5? So now, I guess, you know what they say. You know, I'm not gonna say she ugly, but you say, you know, they say God don't like, you know what? You know what I'm saying?
Ugly.
And you know, tables have turned now. So recently, she just jumped on a podcast not too long ago, and she was saying how, you know, she can't even shop at Bloomingdale's no more. You know what I'm saying? She's saying like she's not making any revenue. She has to shop at H&M, right? And now I find it funny because it's like, okay, you were given a deal to get on Wild 'N Out. You didn't make enough with your deal to expand off into something else. If you look at all of these guys from Wild 'N Out or some of the females, you look at Conceited got his own shoe now. You look at Hitman went back to battle rap. He got a CDL company. You look at DC Young Fly, Carlos, and Chico. They got the 85 South show. So you look at different things, and it's like, B. Simone, you did nothing to make your career like elevate. So now you're sitting here complaining and say, oh, like, you know, I gotta shop at H&M. I'm sad, blase. Bro, this is your fault, bro. Just like I told JP a week or two ago, you're not even a C-list celebrity. You're not. You're not even a C-list celebrity. So you thinking, and you know, she was, you know, talking to the baby a while ago. These rappers don't want you. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you could make a bang for your buck. You know, get one of these rappers, have a jet, you know, then be in forever. But like again, like you had to make your career elevate. Now you basically a 9-to-5 girl. Basically, there is no more Wild 'N Out. So now look where the shoe is. The shoe is on the wrong foot now. I mean, she put herself in that position.
Okay. And what are your thoughts on this, Mello?
Man, girls like B. Simone, man, you need to stay far away from, man. Talking all that good shit, talking about as if like, you know, she's independent. You know, I do everything all by myself. And look, when reality hits, you know, once when reality hits you, it's like, oh fuck, you crying, you know, you crying spilled milk. I don't feel sorry for her. You know, she should understand that, hey, everyone's journey is different. Humble yourself, be happy, be proud of where you at in life right now, and has to never shame nobody, bro. I mean, and also too, what's wrong with H&M? There's nothing wrong with H&M. I shop at H&M. You tell me you went from Bloomingdale's to H&M, like you make it as if like you're going from shopping at a store brand to like a Temu version of shit. Like the clothes and the quality of things is still good out there. Like, come on now, like don't do that. You feel me? Just hey man, just understand, hey. Things happen to everybody, bro. Times get tough, and you know if you cannot afford Bloomingdale's at the moment, at least that you have an alternative to go to. It's not like you don't have nothing to go through at all. That's all I have to say, man. But me personally, I don't feel bad for her. Like, hey, I'm glad that life humbled her as it's supposed to. Feel me? And lessons learned: never shame nobody, circumstances nor like job experience. That's all I have to say on this matter.
That's a word from Mello, and I approve this message.
Talk to us, man. How do you feel?
For that bitch. What you call it? Hey, that's what I asked. Get talking shit on 9-to-5 niggas. What I never understood is that all these Instagram models and all these girls online nowadays, within the last 10 years, they all want a rich nigga. All this other, they want somebody with money or who got something going for themselves. X, Y, Z. They be 9-to-5 bitches. All right, and they want to get turned into a housewife or someone, a travel streamer and all this other shit off of somebody else's dollar. So when she was talking shit on man's having 9-to-5s, y'all want us to pick y'all up from a 9-to-5. Now that you in the position, oh, this shit crazy. I can't believe I gotta shop at Ross now. And all this other shit. Like
entitlement.
Yeah, like you touched some money and it went to your head. So I mean, clear. I don't know, bro. I don't agree with what she had to. I feel like she deserved. Well, not deserved, but I'm not surprised that it's hitting her as hard as it is right now. So
right. And touch on that. I'll say this. Leave it at this. Know yourself, know your worth. BG, your thoughts on this?
Man, I don't know what I could say. Everybody said a good thing about this.
Okay, so you in favor? All in favor? Say
I
Oh,
What that bitch? Yeah. My bad.
Okay. And to transition, should you let your partner know if you have others on your body? And by this, I mean, like, let's say you got people, that's interested in you, or whatever. Should you bring this up to your partner, or should you just leave it be and just continue focusing on your partner? Or like how do you think you should go about this?
I'll take a jab at this first.
Okay.
I don't think you should tell them that because that's kind of disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying? If you got a partner, you should focus it on your partner. That's like you got to understand female perspective. How what happened? Hello.
Yeah, hello.
we hear you.
So you know how like females think, like it just the simple point of matter where it's like, you know, women act off of emotion. So imagine you telling a girl, yeah, I got other girls interested in me. She gonna feel like she gonna feel like, are you pursuing those girls? So it's just like you should just keep something to yourself. Like if you're not pursuing those girls, then leave it where it's at. Now, if you are pursuing them, that's something different. But you and your girl can be on that type of level where it's like you really want this girl to the point where you're gonna tell her the truth. If you don't want her for real, you're not gonna tell her the truth. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like it's the same thing. Would you want your girl telling you, yeah, I got other niggas that's wanting me? Like you wouldn't want her telling you that. You'll feel some type of way. So
Absolutely.
I feel like once you do this, you open something up else in the relationship. Like you open up something that you probably didn't want to open.
Well, I'll say this: it doesn't hurt, and I'll be the second one to take a jab. So it doesn't hurt to me for both parties to be transparent. Now, if you're jealous and y'all got like a relationship where like the energy's a little tight and y'all can't speak on things like that, I get it. But like, if somebody's in my phone or whatever, I'm not gonna just throw out there every time somebody like is in my phone. But I will definitely be like, hey, like this is the matter because if my partner definitely, I feel like I should be able to leave my phone around my partner without like having to
Mm-hmm.
explain the whole 9 yards. So I'd rather just beat that situation to the punch and be like, this is what's going on. So it ain't no confusion in the air. Now, if you got one of them partners that's hothead and can't deal with that, the idea of others individuals liking you, then I say no. You know what I'm saying? But if you are an attractive individual and other people find you attractive, that's gonna happen regardless. But as long as you stand on some type of moral and boundaries, I don't see nothing
Then
wrong.
why should you have to tell them though?
Well, I think you should tell them because if you don't tell them and they find out, that's worse.
No, but then that means you will be entertaining the situation.
No, you don't have to entertain the situation to say somebody's been on my line.
Yeah, either you could block or you could ignore. You still entertaining the situation.
Yeah, you can block or ignore, but the thing is, people have many ways to reach you. Social
Yep.
media is
Mm-hmm.
wide, so it's like I'll just make them aware so it's no confusion in the air. Not
Okay.
not like
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
that's in my.
Let me ask you a question. Right?
Mhm.
You want a girl rocking? Y'all dating?
Mhm.
She keeps telling you the same dude is keep hitting her up.
Right?
You keep telling her that every other day she telling you, babe, this dude hitting me up. Babe, this dude hitting me up. What is your solution? You gonna end up telling her block the dude.
Yeah, if it's harassment to that level, yeah.
Exactly, but that's how a lot of dudes act. Act now. You don't. A lot of guys don't take no for an answer. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying you can't let your partner be aware of something, but it's like, okay, you have the right to know if you interested in somebody or you dating somebody. You can make the decision of like to block them or not. Like you could be like, hey, babe, like look at this, look at this girl. She trying to get at me. But then at the end of the day, it's your decision to block or not communicate. All I'm saying is if you got to know you, if you're an attractive individual and you letting her know that you got others on your body, it's the same thing with if you got a bad girl, you already know other dudes gonna be on her body. You already know that.
Mhm.
You just got to know that you got the right girl where to the point where she's not gonna entertain those dudes.
Right. But is transparency not a thing anymore?
It should be,
No?
It should. It
but
should
everybody's
be.
not transparent though. But it's kind of common sense, bro. If you got a bad girl, it's common sense. You don't even need transparency for that. You should know, hey, this girl bad, bro. If your girl look good and she got a body, bro, dudes is gonna try to talk to her. You
Mhm.
can't stop it. You can't
If you
stop.
look good and you got anybody can look good and have a body, somebody's gonna still
No,
message
I'm
you.
talking about female wise. I'm not talking about how dude wise.
But we talking about in general. We're talking about in general.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is, who's gonna get approached more? Women.
Definitely
A female.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm not saying men not gonna get approached more, but we probably get approached probably on a way lesser scale a day than a woman does.
for sure.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. At the same time, if we walk into a grocery store by ourselves, that's different. Now, if a woman walk into a grocery store by herself, a guy may see her, she look vulnerable. You know, I could get at her right now. Ain't nobody with her, just her by herself. Let me try to go holler at her, even if she got a dude.
That's true. Very true.
I just say like this. I just say like this. I'd have been in a situation where like I'm walking through a grocery store and
Mhm.
like I could see an individual, and you know when you make eye contact with somebody, you could
Mhm.
tell of how they looking at you, whether
Yeah.
they want something from you or they
Mhm.
don't. You know what I'm saying? So
But how say JP? On a serious note, don't you feel like it's just best to kind of just charge it to the game and just keep it to yourself as opposed to kind of
I'm not saying
address
I'm not saying every situation you have to address, like, because if it's happening to you super frequent, you know what I'm saying, it's like I'm not gonna be running back to tell my girl every motherfucker that done inbox me. But at the same time, like if this is like one of those moments where she just happens to be in proximity, or whatever, like yeah, like this is what's going on. So it's no confusion. That's what I'm getting at. Like, so she not like, who the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? It's not a who the hell is this or why is this happening moment. Oh, this is such this is going on. Boom. But nothing more, nothing less. It's not like I'm going to be back and forth, you know what I'm saying, with
Mhm.
the shenanigans. But what are your thoughts on this, Dun?
Repeat the question.
So the question was, should you let your partner know if you have others on your body?
In general, no, but it's situational. Especially it depends on how you start. Like, if you know what this is, like, hey, what you getting mad for? Like, if you know what it is. Now, if it's one of those situations where it's like, you had your roster, you don't know what she got going on. You just met up with her, and now y'all kicking it, y'all cool and shit like that. And it's like, hold on, we might want to turn this into a little something. I still wouldn't tell the bitch. What's wrong with you? It's just like weed them out. Like the closer you get, the further you get from other hoes. Like Mello said, charge that shit to the gang, cuz.
We
Like,
talking about like you in a relationship though. You're in a relationship with your shorty.
bro.
if you in a relationship with her and what you establish you in a relationship and then what
You establishing you in a relationship. Let's say y'all in bed, right? And message a notification come across your screen. She see it, but gonna act like that didn't happen, or we gonna
Oh no. See, look. If you actually know how to play the game, is right. What you do is you flip that bitch. You make sure you good. All right. You check the backlogs. You know what I'm saying? You be like, hey, babe, look at this dumb bitch. Look at this shit. She thought I was going. I'm laying here with you. That's crazy. Like, nah.
That's smart right there.
That's smart. That's smart as fuck.
So you
don't do it.
He taking notes.
Listen, bro. The truth is, it helps or it hurts, bro. You gotta know how to finesse that motherfucker, right? Now,
You flip the narrative. You what you're saying is you'll try to flip the narrative to where it works in your favor, to where you could just be like, look at this dumb asshole.
But here's the thing, though. Yeah, yes, you're flipping it in your favor, but the benefit of that is you're not lying. Like, whatever she said, you're not lying. Like, you could be like, babe, we got together. Then I ain't talked to this bitch since X, Y, and Z. Like,
okay, so pretty much, you would end up letting her know like this ain't what it is.
Yeah. Like, I answer whatever question that come up, but shit, we laughing together. Like, why she hit?
That's all I'm getting at. Like, I'm nipping it in the bud before it blossom into a argument or make somebody feel uncomfortable in a relationship.
But the way you saying it is if she saw it. That's the way you interpret it, as if she saw the phone. If she don't see your phone, then is you gonna tell her?
I mean,
No.
like,
If you in a relationship, I'm assuming you going ghost on everybody else.
No, I'm saying that you are, but we all been in a relationship before where a girl could hit us up from the blue, a girl we haven't talked to in years.
Mhm.
Now, am I gonna tell the girl that I'm dating now? Oh yeah, my ex done hit me up, or this girl I used to done.
Oh yeah, I would.
I wouldn't.
I would, because
Why am I doing that?
about it? And like,
so he's saying he'll get ahead of the situation. You saying you will cut this situation off completely to where it doesn't even, you know what I'm saying, enter your inner matrix. That's what you saying.
Here's the thing. I'm not thinking about it as getting ahead of the situation. It's more just like, hold on, depending on who hit me up and what we did, you know what I'm saying?
Hold up.
Depends on the depth of that relationship. Be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and delete this. We're not even gonna talk about that. Now, if it's somebody just like some bullshit things, like, oh, this some motherfucker I used to know about like 6 years ago. I don't know why she hit me up, but like, I do. It's not about getting ahead of it. It's just more like, okay, you know that me and you straight, right? You want to come look at this?
Okay.
It's all about security at the end of the day, not for myself. It's just like, is she good with herself? Can she handle seeing something like that? You got to know your partner at the end of the day. So, I don't know.
In other words, like they say in football, know your personnel.
Know your personnel. Because some individuals you might be able to relay that message, and some you can't relay that message. Like, I'll give you an example. I used to be with somebody who was kind of like very possessive. I couldn't tell her shit.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I would have brought that to the forefront then, you know what I'm saying, versus like now if I'm with somebody. Matter of fact, let me clear that up. I'm with somebody who, you know what I'm saying, ain't really, you know, worried about that because they know that's how we rock it. It's just me and you.
Right.
So, yeah, to transition. How should you react if you're cheated on?
Keep it gangster, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. From a nigga perspective, I feel like niggas crash out too easily, man. And when they crash out, it's like you pretty much giving the female pretty much advantage and making it seem as if like, you know, the female was not in the wrong at all. And when niggas, you know, crash out and do some dumb shit and they look stupid as fuck. I just feel like the keep it gangster, you know everything mentally or physically if you can. Then after that, move on with your life, man. Make peace, make peace with the matter. Because I feel like when you make peace with the matter, at least that you kind of got the clarity that you needed about that person, and it pretty much just showed right in front of you. So instead of wilding out and spazzing, just move on, make peace with the matter, and move on to the next chapter of your life.
Okay, DG.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, charge it to the game. The older you get, the more emotionally intelligent you get as well. So like certain shit just not worth your time, your patience. Even though you could love somebody, but you gotta be reasonable. You're not gonna do this. Like be for real yourself. Like you could crash out, but like imagine if your mom in front of you right before you crash out. Like what's she gonna say? Like that's not my son. Like think about your family. Think about the people who really love you for real at home, and you gonna crash out just because of a female that, that's not even she even start off as your family in the first place. So some dudes, they just fall too deep in love in regards to their partner other than their family. You just gotta be emotionally intelligent and do right from wrong, and that's about it, man. But if a female cheat on me, it's just like charge it to the game. Other fishes in the sea. Now I could be free and do my thing. Give me that opportunity, I'm gonna take it.
Okay, check this out. I agree with both of y'all, right? But then there's those individuals who have skin in the game where they was together for 10 plus years, 15 years. They got car payments, they got mortgage, and so much other things involved. So speaking to that guy, what would you tell that guy?
Crash out.
Don't crash out. No, don't crash out. I'm telling you, it's not going to end well. When you crash out, it's going to land to you being behind bars, 6 feet under
Mhm.
the hospital. Bro.
Check this out. Like I said, you're so invested with this individual for XYZ amount of years, and let's say you didn't do anything to warrant that energy, right?
No, I'm not.
You got all these bills and finances. What do you tell that guy?
Crash out.
You see?
I mean,
I'm not, me personally, I'm not crashing out. I'm just going to talking for me. I'm not crashing out.
So okay, 15 years, right?
Right.
Mhm.
You and your dom chilling or whatever, out of blue, you get a call from old boy or whatever. And he's like, "Hey, is these your lady draws?" Right? Knowing good, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna just kind of like tell him just, oh, well, take it easy, just move on. When he got the mortgage in his name and her name, and y'all got to go through all the legal stuff. Y'all might have a kid within those 15 years. Y'all got children or whatever the case might be. You gonna tell him not to crash out, and you expect him to just compartmentalize all of that? Like,
No, JP, that's not what I'm saying. I know me. If I crash out, it's not going to end well for nobody. That's why I say personally, if it was me in that situation, I'd rather be quote unquote the bigger person.
but we're talking about that. Well, I'm telling you, what are you gonna tell that guy? And
walk away. Yes, I'm telling that same person, that same individual, walk the fuck away. Because I'm telling you right now, if you crash out, it's not going to be nothing good. Not going to like you.
So let me ask you this.
Okay, go ahead.
You have a like Netflix subscription, right? Or you have all the subscriptions. Is it easy to just cut them off? You know what I'm saying? And those are just basic subscriptions to like TV shows. It's hard to cut those things off. So when you got 15 years with one individual, and let's say you didn't make not one type of error as far as stepping out, you think you wouldn't crash out?
He would crash out, bro.
I know.
I'm walking away. Me personally, I'm walking. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead, guys.
Here's the thing: like, some people don't really think about cheating. Like, some people don't want to really go deep in regards to it. But like, once it happened once, like let's say you with a female and it happened once, that could jeopardize the whole relationship. Like, the shit's not gonna be the same. Now I'm gonna feel like, oh, since I got her doing it, she probably did it a few other times. So now I have this girl hitting me up. Maybe I should entertain it, So if it happens one time, you take the risk, make it happen one time, and I find out, you basically ending a relationship for yourself, because now you're showing me that I can't trust you, And on top of that, when a guy does it, I'm not saying it's right for a guy to do it, but I'm just saying, like, for a guy to step out, I guess it's normalized. But if a female step out, just one time could affect a dude's like mindset in regards to you. Like, he not gonna look at you the same. He not gonna even like go after a relationship. Now he just gonna treat you like somebody else until it's done, and he just gonna hop onto a female that he could probably trust a little bit more and commit to that instead of you. So
right. So I get that, DG. But let's say, what are you telling that guy who's been in a 15-year relationship with all the bills and stuff tied and conjoined together?
I mean, it's in your hands now. Like, now you got the power. She made a mistake. Now she wants you. Like, are you gonna take her back? Are you gonna take her back easily, or are you gonna step out? Like, it shouldn't be that. You should come to an agreement. But now he probably got all these things going through his head, and he don't know what he gonna do. But me personally, I would tell him, like, you don't deserve this. Whatever you do after this point, you're not wrong. That's why I would say.
Okay, so would you look at him as less as a man if he take her back?
I still respect him. Like, it's not going to make me not stop talking to him. There's some friends I got, I can't tell them nothing about their girl. That's why I don't get involved. My homie got a girl, I don't follow her, no nothing. Let y'all do y'all thing. So I'm not gonna look at him any different. But if it happens again, I'm gonna tell you, I told you so. Like, You know, it's gonna happen again.
That I told you so hit differently. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, you know that's one thing I don't never tell nobody. And I done seen some people do some fucked up things. I don't never say hit them with that. I told you so, because that one right there is like a cut across the neck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
but
I ain't caused the damage.
You didn't
know, I was trying to warn you in the first place. That's
Yes.
it.
but the opinion, like let's say if they come to you and they tell you all of that, that means they value your opinion. So
Mhm.
you give them your opinion, that's like a slit to the throat. Like, damn, like even though if it's something they needed to hear.
Mhm.
Bro, listen. I feel like Melo not keeping in the bean. Like bean,
Melo, no, he ain't.
not keeping in the bean.
Melo might throw some shit at the
First of
wall.
all, what you have to understand, right? This is what I want you to understand, right? In most situations, right? You're a
Mhm.
man, right? In most
Right.
situations, when you date a girl, you taking on a girl that is financially at a lower situation than you. You are
Right.
helping her come up.
Not all the time.
No, I'm not saying all the time, but I'm saying a lot of situations, a lot of
Right.
guys, like for example, you don't care. A lot of guys don't care where their girl work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't care if our girl's established or not.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she's not gonna have something going for herself, but initially, you don't care if she established or not. But women sometimes see it differently. They want a guy that's already established. Just like Dunna was saying, these girls now want a guy that's already rich, right? So they could be a housewife. Now you have to understand a 15-year relationship, just like you said, JP. Most of the time, that means you cool with her family, she cool with your family. Y'all have kids, y'all have cars, and most of the time, if most of the times how society's placed it, the man is paying majority of the bills. So if you're paying majority of the bills, I'm not saying crash out to the level of where there's different forms of crashing out. I'm not saying you got to go to jail behind a crash out, but if you found out you were cheated on, most of the time, if you didn't do anything outside of the relationship, if you didn't step out outside the relationship, majority of the time, the girl is not going to tell you. So if you telling me a guy just hit you up one day and you know how dudes be sometimes, imagine you in a 15-year relationship and your girl FaceTime you and the dude is her getting back shots. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You just gonna click?
Whoa. You visually see the message come to your phone and you visually see the back shots?
No, I'm saying, what if she call you? Like the way you found out that she was cheating, it was you got the FaceTime call.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You crashing out?
You gotta leave.
You gotta leave. I'm gonna leave for
I'm
sure.
not saying you can't
I'm gonna
leave.
leave after I crash out.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like you gotta be realistic. Like you never know how you're gonna feel in a situation until you put in that situation.
That's 15 years. And
Exactly.
that's also not even to add, I believe, and this is just my personal opinion, everybody's gonna get cheated on once in their life.
Oh, for sure.
Bro, it already happened to me, bro. So it's like, come on now. You feel me?
If you don't mind us asking,
Yeah, go ahead.
how did you crash out?
I didn't I didn't necessarily crash out like in terms of like this is my thing, right? I'm never the type of dude to put a hands on a woman, right? Now, I didn't crash out anything in terms of like hitting her or doing anything like that, but I just moved differently. You get what I'm saying? I stuck around a little bit.
You
but,
still hit?
Yeah, I still did. But what I'm saying is like, for example, I didn't see her the same anymore.
But that's not a crash out.
Exactly what I said.
No, but what I'm saying is, I'm saying for me, because that situation wasn't no 5-6 years or something like that. It was only 2 years, but I felt some type of way, of course. Don't get me wrong. Now, the person like me, if I had saw the dude that it happened with, I would have crashed out. You feel what I'm saying?
Crash out on him though?
I'm not saying, but what I'm going to do, crash out on her?
Yes.
The thing is,
okay, so you want me to crash out on her? What is that going to lead me to?
Look, you don't got to physically crash out on her per se. Like you don't got to put hands on her, but like you can make the scene real miserable for her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it was.
And him, he's just doing what every other man would do. You know what I'm saying? She probably didn't know, you know what I'm saying? He probably didn't know much about you. He just seen some bobo in his face.
No, he knew.
Oh,
he knew. He knew.
Well, see, then I would have checked that situation like, you know, I would have checked that situation for sure. Like, hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You knew, but you got her now. That's you, because she gonna end up doing the same thing to him that she did to you.
No, of course. How you find them is how you leave. Is how you leave them.
Right, but I'm definitely for her, since you know me and her had the
Mhm.
connection, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I ain't never had like a major crash out moment. What I did was I kind of just set everything by the door, and I kind of just woke her up. Hey, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go.
Mhm.
She was like, what happened? You know, kind of dead in the sleep. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I'm in a 15 year, I'm liable to break some shit around the house.
That's what I'm saying. If
You know
you
what
say
I'm
15 years, then I'm crashing out.
I'm liable to
You
act
say
But,
that's a
but
long time, bro.
I
Like that's
understand that, but your boys, what you understand about like controlling your emotions.
I feel
bro.
like
Understand
15
that crash
years,
out, y'all giving her the
That 15
advantage,
gonna turn
right?
into 100. That
Mello.
15
You
gonna turn
Right.
into 100. You're not gonna get no other females no more.
Mello. You
That's what y'all
telling
really
me?
want.
So you
That's
telling
what
me
you
if the way you found out was the way I said, you not crashing out? You
Bro,
just
I'm gonna
already
be I'm gonna be heated. No, respect me, I'm gonna be heated, but I'm not
no. I'm
crashing
not
out.
asking if you're gonna be heated. I'm
Oh,
asking you if you're
I'm
gonna
not
crash.
crashing out now.
What?
I value my life more. No, I really value my life on earth more than like me being behind bars.
right. No, we're not saying you gotta take it to that extreme. You know what I'm saying? It's just more so like
It could be crashing out, like burning all her clothes.
burning all her clothes. I don't know if I'd go that extreme. I'll probably cut the phone line. You know what I'm saying? I'll make her feel me in other ways. Like
I'm not saying you gotta physically put hands on her. I'm just
I'll take
saying,
all her draws. I'll take all her draws. She gonna have to rough ride it now. You know, the panties. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure all the Tupperware and spoons is gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make her feel it in other ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be. But if I gotta do all that though, I might as well leave too.
no, I'm
What
not
about
saying leave, but I'm just saying, like, but both situations, a dude is gonna crash out. Like,
But that's before I leave.
in the most part, yes. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about you, Don?
What about Dunn? Dunn, what's your take on this, man?
I don't know how old y'all niggas is, but I'm I'm 29. I ain't crashing out.
You ain't crashing out.
I'm not crashing out, bro.
Everybody. We talking about 15 years though.
Hold on, let me cook.
You got the seasoning in.
Like, so I know niggas currently right now in a 13-year relationship, some in 15. Niggas done been through that shit. Well, first of all, to answer your question, what would I tell them? Hey, nigga. Well, first of all, you gotta leave. That's
You got
that. Second, now if it's not as easy to leave, if it's because let's say y'all renting an apartment together, all right, shit, you might just you ain't trying to pay double that amount to break the lease, so hey, you gotta ride it out,
right.
like
right.
or if y'all got kids or something like that. Like I know one nigga, he got kids. This shit happened. You know, first I told him, I said, hey, first of all, nigga, it's okay to cry. Go ahead, you know, go do what you gotta do. Go get that shit out. Whatever. Take a couple days, week, whatever to yourself. But once you get a little clear-minded, I done told this nigga, hey, start building that case, my boy. Because when it's time to go to divorce court and all that other shit, gather all that evidence. Because 9 times out of 10, the court, like, they agree with the woman.
Right.
Start building that case. Like, don't crash out. Well, not on her physically. You know, whatever. You want to break some shit, you know, do you. But no, I ain't crashing out. And to answer your other question you had asked, will I respect him still? Like, I respect him, but now your respect is conditional. Because as soon as you start getting out of pocket to me, nigga, hey, my bitch ain't cheating on me, dog. Hey, I'm not still with her, nigga. Like,
you gonna throw that. You gonna throw that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you a little out of pocket, bro. Remember what I know. Like, chill out. You know, like, so it's like, I'm gonna respect them, but now it's on a hey, as long as we keep in the court, you now, like, don't. But yeah. So I'm not crashing out. I think I forgot which one said it, but shit, I'm taking it as you did that. I finally get to go, nigga. Hell yeah, I'm out this bitch. Like,
but we talking about year 15. We talking about 15 years in the league. We talking about at year 15, not in the beginning, not in the middle. We talking about at year 15. Like, you've been a year in the league 15 years, and then it happened in year 15.
You don't have other hoes outside of her.
Now, listen, everything I said, that applies to the general man, I would say, hey, whatever, go plot it out. Don't crash out, cry all that. Me personally, nigga, I'm taking that as a way out. 15 years or not, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like everybody process things differently. I'm a very nonchalant, don't give a fuck ass nigga. Okay, so
right now, look. I don't mean to interrupt you, right? But right now, you're still young, right? We all not far off in age. I'm 27, right? We talking about 15 years now. You 40, you 44, almost closer to 50, right?
Yeah.
Now, right now, you still young. Right now, it's not easy. You still could get girls in the low 20s if that's what you're interested in. The 18-year-olds if that's what you're interested in. But when you closer to 15 and we talking about you 40, 50, you might be feeling a little bit differently. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, look, bro. As long as you ain't about to hit 60, you can always enter your villain era, bro. So it's fine. I ain't. There's always that get back,
That's true. I know some 60-year-olds in Colombia that got like places in Colombia, and they go over there every time. Like they little shit like keep on like messing with them. They take that trip. And
look, you got to think about it too, bro. Like, man could do like as far as when it comes to like the physical stuff and all this other crap, things with relationship, they could fuck around for like a lot longer than women because most women, without money and taking care of themselves, they
decline.
Go down, they go down in value. Like, unfortunately, like, so it's like.
So I will say this though. I think it depends on what you value in that woman. But with you, DG, I think more than a couple homies because the Haitian community. If we speaking on the Haitian community, there's a lot of uncles and dads that take that trip, and good and damn well like Haiti ain't that fun. You know what I'm saying? But they there every couple months.
You
know what I'm saying?
Take care of business, quote unquote.
More than what you think DG, as far as like how many.
But here the Zoe, he could be a bigger person and be like, oh, I'm cheating. So she could cheat too. Like, even if I find out, he'll stay with her. But some dudes, even when they doing it, they find out their girl doing it once, they're not gonna take them seriously still. Like, now you're not gonna get that title from me for sure. It might seem like the commitment's still there. I'm still talking to you every day, this and that. But when it comes down to that itself, now everything's free game. If I am in a situation as to where I do have the opportunity and I think about the last time you did it, and now I'm be more enticed to be like, oh, okay, since she did it, now I feel like I could do it too. So you don't want to put that thought in my head as soon as you do it. So as soon as you do it, you're risking everything in regards to the relationship. To be honest.
So to transition, this is our last question for today, and this pertains to texting. Okay, and when I put texting, I'm going to elaborate. So let's say you like somebody, right?
Okay.
Do you respond to them right away, or do you respond to them within intervals of like 5 to 10 to 15 minutes? And if so, why? And I'll start with you, DG.
It depends on the situation, the person. If I'm busy, I may take a long time to text back, or if it's something that I need to text you urgently just to make sure I know what I'm doing, then I'll text you back fast. That's the main reason why I do it. Everybody have their different reasons. Some people, they text back quick no matter what. Some people, they're not really good with communication. But with me, it's kind of like mixed, because sometimes I could be available at that moment. Other times I'm not available. Other times I could not be in the mood. I seen your text. I could not be in the mood, but I'm going to text you back as soon as I'm ready. I probably got other messages as well. So all that factors in regards to if I text back late or on time.
Okay. And what about you, Mello?
And we're talking about in terms of relationship or like friendship as well.
Yeah, let's say you getting to know somebody and y'all are talking. Are you texting back within like a minute, or are you taking like 4 to 5 to 10 minute intervals to do the response?
Well, just hypothetically speaking, I like to play poker in terms of this situation. So in terms of I'm gonna show I'm interested, but I'm not gonna respond right away, if that makes sense. I'm gonna respond, but I'm not gonna do like let's just say if you text me at 10:09, then by 10:10 you're gonna get a response back from me. Nah, I'll just take my time. I'll say probably give it like between like a 5 to 10 minute grace period. Then I'll just respond back. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
Grace period.
yeah, yeah. And
Starboy.
then
Oh, go ahead. You said
no, I didn't say nothing else.
okay. What about you, Starboy?
I feel like it's basically what DG says. Like it depends. You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm right next to my phone and a girl hit me and I'm interested in her, we're talking, I'm gonna respond to you right away. Because if I don't, I'm not gonna remember, right? Because if I don't respond, I'm not gonna remember that I'm supposed to respond to you. Now, if I'm at work and you already know, like I'm not on my phone all the time at work, then you'll get the text when you get the text. You get what I'm saying? It's just basically how you have to establish a situation with a girl. Because some girls crazy to the point where they're like, they want you to text them back ASAP, and it don't work like that. You feel what I'm saying? But then also, I know that there's some situations where you give them that little grace period, like Melo says, to keep them like keep them on their toes, keep them interested. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like, you don't hit them back every 5 seconds because it's like if a girl texts you right away and then as soon as she texts you, she see the little bubble before she could even get out the message. All right, that already let her know she have you. You feel what I'm saying? Because you already bubbling, the message is already going into the bubble before she even get out the message. So you gotta sometimes let the girl wait. Give her like give yourself some time. 10 minutes, 10 to 15. Because sometimes you got to gather your thoughts right quick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'll take this one. So for me, if I like you, you like me. I don't feel like there's need to play these little mind trick or Jedi games for me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're showing interest in me and my phone is in front of me, I'm gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care like the amount of time that is spaced in between. I don't care if it makes me seem like as if I'm thirsty for you or not. It's just generally like my phone is in my hand. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to play a waiting game with you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my thought process on that. What about you, Dun Dun?
It's pretty much what you said, bro. Like, nigga, if my phone in my hand, I'm responding. This is it's like I done been told before. Damn, you answer on the first ring. It's in my hand, nigga. I'm not gonna look at it. Like,
I'm not gonna wait it out. Look,
like,
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Okay.
yeah, like I get the whole allure of like keeping on waiting a couple minutes. If I got something I want to say, and you just replied, and I want to say something now, I'm gonna say something now.
Mm-hmm.
But like to what they were saying, it is situational though. Like, hey, if I'm working, you might just have to wait 3 hours before I reply.
Yeah. If
Then
you
what it is.
listen, we're talking about phone in hand. And majority of individuals always keep their phone on them. You know,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
if they not doing nothing and they sitting there trying to play the waiting game, I'm gonna forget what I even texted you if I have to wait 10 minutes.
Mm.
I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah,
But sometimes with females, they find a way to penalize guys even when we're doing stuff right. So we'll text them back fast and we'll do it consistently, but that's gonna stray them away from us. Oh, he's too perfect. You don't be hearing that phrase. Oh, you seem like you're too good for me or something like that.
damage goods,
You
my
know,
boy.
yeah,
Mhm.
too good to be true.
Yep.
So you get that a lot. Even when you're doing right, sometimes females want something to go a little bit off the edge. Like she want a good boy all the time. She wants some type of edge with the
Yeah,
dude.
but
It shouldn't be that way. Me personally, I don't think it should be that way. But you know how these females are. You can't
right,
just be a goody two shoes guy all the time. You
right.
know.
So my question to you is, do you think that's where that edge should lie? Like you could be edgy, but I don't think it has to be within the text messages. It could just
Mhm.
be like,
I rather it that than me selling drugs. That's how I gotta show you. Oh yeah, I'm like that for real.
Mhm.
I'd rather just not text you back on a tiny fashion, so
but who made
like I'm a busy man.
Who made these rules though? Like,
Society, social
Society.
media.
but we just talked about societal norms, didn't we? Like,
Mhm.
I just feel like we got to kill that one, man. Because it's
I
like,
mean, but at the same time, JP, I'm trying to keep the dom. I'm trying to
Yeah.
keep her. So
the thing is,
I
though,
can't be.
if she really like you, bro, she not gonna give a damn if you text back in a minute or 10 to 15. You know, she wants you to respond, you know what I'm saying, in a timely fashion. Now, if she's playing those games, that's not the one for you.
But how you treat me is how I'm going to treat you. So
Oh, for sure, for sure.
There
For
you
sure.
go. There you go. DJ said it best.
Now check this out. If she messaging me in 5-minute intervals to 10-minute intervals, and then it starts to fade to 15, I'm gonna just automatically assume she's not as interested in me. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna leave that where it's at.
It's not even that, bro. Let me ask you a question. How many times you go after girls that's interested in you?
Well, I think I can pick out who's interested in me.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying how many times, because sometimes don't you like a challenge?
Yeah, we all like a challenge.
So, for example, if you're going after a girl that probably doesn't, I'm not saying she doesn't think you're attractive, but you know you like her, you know that there's a possibility that y'all could be, talk, but you like her more than she like you. So in the beginning, you texting her phone a lot. Yeah, just because you like her more than she like you, she may feel some type of way. Oh, this dude easy. Oh, he stay on his phone. As soon as I text him, he reply. You get what I'm saying? If you in a situation where you liking a challenge, and we all been in a situation where you really like a challenge, or you go after a girl that may not saying that she don't like you, but you liked her initially, you already know that you replying all the time. It's not gonna go well.
I straight up be like off the rip, like I'm not with the games. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do the shenanigans and we doing a whole little back and forth, I'm not with the games. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they like intention more than the whole like waiting the waiting game. Because if I play the waiting game, sometimes like let's say I get busy too, so I might take maybe an hour or so to respond, right? Like I have a text message in my phone right now, but I'm on a podcast, right? But I just communicate, hey, like I'm doing this, and I think they would prefer you to have purpose and do something else with your time rather than they know you waiting it out if you mess every 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So it's like, what are we doing?
That, bro.
What are we doing here?
Every girl not like that, bro.
Right, I know. That's why like the individual I go for, I let them know off the rip, like, hey, like, this is what it is, this is what it ain't. Like, saying if I have the time, like, I'm saying, I'm not gonna shortchange this thing, like, I'm saying. So that be that.
Yes, sir, man.
Hey,
man. At the end of the day, man, whatever floats your boat, there's really no right or wrong answer to this. You feel me? If you like it, I love it. That's the moral of the story. If you like it, I love it.
For different folk.
Yeah.
How you get them is how you get them.
Hello.
But yes, indeed. So that concludes this episode, Soko fam. We appreciate you, Dun and DG, for joining us. It's always a pleasure having y'all. And Soko fam, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll keep on coming with the topics and daily news on a weekly basis. Most likely on Saturdays, but if we aren't able to do it on Saturdays, we'll definitely shoot for Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all boys. Much love to all.
But Friday is July 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We might give y'all a bonus on stream Twitch.
We don't know.
Yeah, you don't see.
Until next time, y'all boys. Appreciate it.
Next time.